Hello everyone. This is Rhoda from Rhoda Cards, and this is my second tutorial. We are going to make a waterfall card today. This is a Father's Day card for a son, and this is what we're going to make. I have several different designs of this particular card that I'm going to show you afterwards. So stay tuned and you can see other different ones made with the same technique. All right, let's get started. The stamps that I'm using today are alphabet stamps from Close to My Heart. This is the storybook alphabet. The For Family. And Nature's Wish. These are all the pieces that we're going to need. You're going to need a base for the bottom of the card, and the base is 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to fold that in half, or you can score it at 4.25. This is the cardstock mat that we're going to use. It is 5.25 by 4. I'm just using craft cardstock. This is the pattern paper that I'm going to be using. This is 5 by 3 3/4. We're going to actually stamp right on the paper for the front of this card. You need a piece of craft cardstock, a long skinny piece, which is 8 by 1.5, and we're going to score that at 1.5, 2 1/4, 3 3 3/4. You need 4 pieces that are 1.5 by 1.5 of cardstock, the craft cardstock. You need 4 pieces of the white that are 1.25 by 1.25 squared. And you need a small little piece which is 1/2 inch by 4. All right, the first thing that I'm going to do is do my stamping. Like I said, we're going to stamp directly on this piece because it's going to go above the waterfall piece here. I am just using black memento ink. This is really good ink if you're going to be doing some coloring. I did a little bit of coloring on my card, but not a whole lot. I'm going to stamp this right at the top, right in the middle. And that's all the stamping I need for that. Now we're going to stamp the letters Sun on these 4 little white squares, and we're also going to use Happy Father's Day on one of them. So we'll stamp our sun. Where's the S? The O. The N. And the Father's Day. Okay, now I stamped these previously and I colored them. I used these 2 markers. This one's just Crayola, and this is another marker that Close to My Heart had sold previously, but they are no longer selling them. I think you can find them in stores. I found some in one craft store that I went to, but I don't know specifically where they are. but I colored these in so that way you don't have to watch me color on camera. So there's that. Now I'm going to score. I'm going to score this piece. And get out my scoring board here. And this piece here, I'm going to put it in like this. And we are going to score it at 1.5, 2 1/4, 3, and 3 3/4. And that's all we need with the scoreboard. Now, this, you want to make sure you bend each of these. Now, this is the inside. When you put it on the card, this is going to fold down like that on the front. And we're going to put sun on this piece here. But when you pull it down, this part here is exposed. And I wanted to put something on that because I didn't want it to just be blank. And you can do all different kinds of things there. You can stamp there, you can emboss, you can do different things there. What I did was I used this bow tie, and this is from Judikins, and I stamped the bow tie on there. I used brown ink on top of the craft cardstock. And instead of just putting the bow straight down, I kind of offset it a little bit. Now you can use different stamps here. I just used the bow tie. I thought it was kind of cute. You want to leave this little piece here free because we're going to write on there to pull down so that they know how to move the card when they get it. Now I brought this little stamp out because you could put a little mustache on there instead of a bow if you wanted to, or use whatever you have on hand. So that piece is done. Now we can start putting the card together. I'm going to move this piece out of the way. This, and go down to our base now. This is our base. And again, you can score that in half at 4 1/4. I just take it, bend it over, and fold it. Use your bone folder, give it a good crease. Then we have our pattern paper, and I'm going to put that right on the top of our craft here. I'm going to use some adhesive. Get a different adhesive. That one seems to be out. I just put a little adhesive on both sides. And then I take this and just center it right over the top of that and stick it down. Now, before you put this on the base, we need to put our brads on it, because this little piece here is what's going to hold the mechanism for when you pull it down. So what I do is I just go ahead and put a little adhesive on this. Oops, wrong one. Make sure you use good adhesive here, because when they pull this up and down, you want to make sure that it stays stuck. So you might want to use some liquid glue or tear and tape or whatever. Just make sure that it's on there really good. I have pretty good luck with this adhesive. And then make sure it's folded down, and we're going to center that here. But you want to make sure you can read the "For a Wonderful" at the top. So now we need to get a piercing tool so we can use our brads. I'll take this. Again, make sure it's lined up straight here, and you can read the "Wonderful" up at the top. I use brads here. You can use glue if you want. I use brads because they hold really well, and when you move this back and forth and up and down, it's going to hold. So we put our little brads in here. Okay, we're going to flip this over. And I've done a lot of these, and the brads really hold well, so I continue to use the brads. Now we can stick it onto our base. Again, put really good adhesive around so that it holds, because as you move this, it's going to get a little loose if you don't put good adhesive on it. Again, we center this here and put that down. Okay, now we have our sun pieces that we're going to glue down. Onto our craft pieces. Okay, we just stick these down. There's the S. The O. The N. And Father's Day. Okay, now we're ready to put these on the mechanism here. Now you start with the bottom one, the one on the very bottom, which is the Father's Day. And this one you can put adhesive on all over the back. And you're going to line that up and stick it down. What you don't want to do is don't get over that score line right there, because then it won't fold, won't move. Now, for the S, the O, and the N, these pieces are what they're going to go on, and that's going to wrap around the back like so. So when you put glue on here, you only want to put it on this section right here. You don't want to put it over the entire piece. You put it over the entire piece and glue it down, it won't move. So just on these pieces here, in between the score lines. So you can go ahead and put adhesive on all of these. Just make sure it's between the score lines, doesn't go over the score lines. and then go backwards. So we're going to start with the N. Line it up. Let's see the line. The O. And the S. You just line them all up, stick them down, and then we try it. And there we go. That's how that works. Now I'm going to put "You're the Best" on the inside. It's another close to my heart stamp. I'll flatten this out just a little bit, so when I stamp it, it stamps flat. And then down here on the very bottom, I'm going to write "Pull Here." And that is our card. It's a lot easier than you might think it is. You just grab this piece, pull down, and then you just push it right back up again. And there's our Son Father's Day card. Now, I have several other ones that I have made. This is one that is blank. It doesn't say anything. I put a little rope down here at the bottom with the word "pull" on it. And you just pull this. I use flowers here. And I used little flower brads. I thought those were cute. Here's another one. This one's a little different because it's got balloons. And I put, on each of the balloons, I put the word "happy." And when you pull it down, it has "Happy Birthday." And down here, I heat embossed this. I'll do that in another video. But I thought it was kind of cute to put different letters on the balloon so it spells the word "happy" as you pull it down. And then here's the inside. Put a little balloon. It's your day. So you can put different things on the inside. Here's another Father's Day one I made that's for Dad. Instead of son, it's for Dad. Again, I put a little ribbon on it. Heat embossed some circles down here just for something different. So those are some different ones I used with the waterfall technique. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're interested in seeing more of my videos, click the subscribe button down below while you're watching this. If you'd like to see notifications of when I upload other videos, click the little bell and that'll give you notifications of when I upload videos. This is only my second video, but I intend to bring lots more videos to you. So I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great day.